In this video, we will tell you the 9 worst money habits that are keeping you poor. People couldn't understand why they remain broke. Actually, bad money habits force them to stay poor. We have discussed all those habits in this video. We have given you the solution to improve them and change your life and get rich. Watch this video till the end, or you may miss some crucial tips. Now let's start. 1. Neglecting to utilize a budget. Often, it's the lack of action that contributes to bad habits. Have you ever found yourself making commitments to eat healthier or exercise regularly, only to lose motivation and abandon your plans? Not using a budget is quite similar. A lot of individuals begin using a budget, but eventually give up on it after a brief period. Many individuals give up on using a budget or never even begin because they perceive it as a burdensome task. It's important to find a budgeting tool that is user-friendly and convenient for your needs. One helpful strategy to break this habit is to reflect on your long-term financial objectives. Are you interested in finding ways to reduce debt, increase savings, or prepare for retirement? It's always helpful to keep your goal in mind to stay motivated. 2. Lack of savings goals. Many individuals have a desire to save money. However, if you approach savings with a positive mindset and a clear goal in mind, you'll be more likely to achieve your financial goals. This is another habit of inaction, where you create a plan but fail to take significant action to bring it to fruition. Instead of merely daydreaming about savings, it's important to establish a smart savings goal. Next, it's important to establish a line item in your budget where you consistently set aside a fixed amount of money every month. Make sure this becomes your top priority when allocating funds from each paycheck. As you begin this process, you'll notice a steady and predictable growth in your savings. Do subscribe to our channel and also press the like button to know more amazing financial tips and secrets to get rich. 3. Neglecting to save for your future. So, it's possible that you have a savings account that has been steadily growing over the years, but is this sufficient? A savings account is perfect for preparing for exciting adventures or significant purchases, such as the initial deposit on a car or home. It's important to consider your future as well. Do you often overlook your retirement plans? No matter your age, it's important to begin saving for retirement as soon as possible. One effective approach to overcome this negative habit is by gaining knowledge and then taking decisive steps. First, discover the incredible power of investing in retirement accounts and witness the remarkable growth of your money over time. Next, you can begin investing by considering options like a 401k or an IRA, or even both. It's important to make the most of any employer matches to maximize your returns. 4. Not having any emergency savings. What actions would you take if something unexpected occurred? It's important to be mindful of relying too heavily on credit cards, as it can lead to a chain reaction of financial difficulties if you find yourself spending beyond your means. Another time, this habit of inaction can be easily resolved by just taking action. Get a head start on building your emergency savings. Begin by setting aside manageable portions of your earnings, gradually building towards a modest target such as $500 or $1,000. Continue making progress towards your goal by saving small amounts until you have enough to cover 3 to 6 months' worth of expenses. Utilize any additional income, such as unexpected bonuses or rewards from credit cards, to bolster your account. It's a good idea to keep this goal independent of your other savings goals with different accounts. This way, it will be easier to manage. 5. Utilizing payday loans. It's best to avoid payday loans at all costs. They're just not worth it. Payday loans can create a challenging cycle that is difficult to break free from. If you find yourself short on funds to cover your bills, you may consider exploring the option of a payday loan. Then, if you don't have sufficient funds to repay the interest on the debt, you end up accumulating more debt to compensate for it. It's a not so great habit that can be quite challenging to break. Let's not begin. Consider working with your credit union to explore the option of taking out a personal or secured loan, if necessary. It's always a good idea to focus on building up your emergency savings. By doing so, you can avoid the need to take out a loan in the future. If you're already caught in this unfortunate habit, you should discuss it with your financial advisor, or you may prioritize paying this debt first. 6. Spontaneous purchases. Could you please explain what impulse buying is? Ever found yourself leaving the grocery store with a few extra items that weren't on your list? It happens to the best of us. Impulse buying is often driven by our emotions, and marketing companies strategically design products and displays to capitalize on this tendency. Stick with your original list. It's always helpful to have a clear idea of what you want to purchase before heading out to the store. Remember to stick to your list and avoid buying anything that isn't on it. Also, it's a good idea to avoid going grocery shopping on an empty stomach. Studies have shown that doing so can lead to spending 60% more than you intended. Whenever you come across something that catches your interest, take a moment to jot it down on a separate list. Give yourself at least 24 hours to reflect on whether or not you truly need or want it before going ahead with the purchase. 7. Convenient shopping. Going to the coffee shop, simplicity store, and fast food restaurants frequently can really start to add up. It may not appear significant when you're only making small purchases of $5 or $10 here and there, but over time, they can accumulate. Let's begin keeping a record of these purchases. Take a look at your purchases and categorize them as either necessary or indulgent. After the month is over, you can tally up your expenses to see the total amount you spent. Multiply that by 12 to calculate the amount of money you can save annually by eliminating these purchases. You'll find that the time you save is well worth the money you could save. 8. Overspending without any cause. This habit is so easy to adopt because it just involves spending without much thought. However, when it comes to the first point, having a budget allows you to have a clear understanding of your earnings. This way, you can prioritize your necessities and savings before considering any extra expenses. If you can address the other negative habits such as not having a budget, impulse shopping, convenience shopping, and the next habit we're going to discuss, then you'll be on track to overcome this habit. This habit is often indicative of underlying issues. It's important to be mindful of your income and expenses. 9. Using credit cards excessively. Credit cards can be quite useful, but unfortunately, they are often misused. They may give the impression of being free or almost magical, but that's not their true nature. It's quite simple to use your credit card to make purchases that exceed the funds in your checking or savings account. However, that's precisely how one can develop an unhealthy reliance on credit card usage. Make sure to pay your credit cards in full and on time every month. If you lack the funds, it's best to refrain from using your credit card. Certain credit cards offer no interest periods, allowing you to conveniently divide your payments over these periods. Make sure to pay off the balance by the end of the promotional period to avoid being charged the higher, non-promotional rate. To break this habit, it's important to avoid paying interest on your purchases and aim to keep your utilization below 30%. That's all for today. Now you know all the habits that are keeping you poor. You must avoid these habits to get rich quickly. Press the subscribe button below if you are interested in knowing more amazing financial tips and secrets to get rich quickly. Do press the like button also if you loved watching this video. Almost 90% of people don't know that these habits are keeping them poor. You must share this video with all of your friends and family members for them to learn and know these habits. Add a comment below if you are having any suggestions or queries for us. All the millionaires and multi-billionaires, including Sir Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, Charlie Munger, and all others got rich just because they identified these habits and improved themselves. But they never discussed these. They might suggest you to invest your money into various asset classes, and they may suggest that you learn more things about finance. They also don't tell us what they do all the time. They keep it a secret. They also don't tell people about their habits and the things they did to get rich. If you could know all the things they did, then you will easily get rich. We have already made a video on this topic. You may click on the video appearing on the right side to watch it. Thank you.